I was hosting a girl from Hong Kong knocking on my door at 2 a.m. She was sitting on the bed next to me.
Hi!
Hello!
This is my couchsurfing guest. This is Vies. You're from Netherlands.
That's right.
Dutch people have a habit. You have 2 times shower a day.
That's right. Yes. Interesting question to start the interview, by the way.
Yes, because in my knowledge, Western people, they don't like to take a shower. They only take a shower in the morning.
Mhm.
And then after they running outside for a whole day, they will tell you, I've already taken a shower in the morning, so I don't have to take a shower at night.
I think after exercise, you have to shower.
And while you are living in Thailand right now, how many times you take a shower a day?
If I go out and it's super hot and I walk out, maybe 4 times. The normal rule for me is, for Dutch people, I think 2 times a day, in the morning and before sleeping. Because when you wake up, like in bed, you also roll around and you sweat. You need to be fresh in the morning. So I think the morning one is more important than the evening one. Or if you only want to shower 1 time in the morning, it's better. Yeah, better than in the evening.
Oh, okay, then not acceptable. I heard that students have a lot of benefits inside Netherlands for the public transportation.
Yeah, we can take the public transportation for free, like the bus, the train, the metro, the ferries. A lot of students, including me, we abuse this system. And when we have a day off or in the weekend or after school, we just travel really far and see some tourist places, just enjoy the benefit of traveling.
When you were traveling outside of Netherlands,
Yes.
you received money because...
I studied in Xiamen, China. And because I lived abroad, they said, okay, now you cannot use the transportation in the Netherlands. So we have to give you money so you can travel in the country you're living in at that time.
You also told me about the boat.
So there's 2 things Dutch people have. Well, we have more things than this, of course, but most Dutch people, like on average, a Dutch person has 2 bikes. And a lot of Dutch people, they have boats. Because, yeah, why? Because we are rich. No. It's not like a yacht or like a big boat. But the Netherlands is below sea level. We have the dikes to protect the country. And if those dikes break, then we need to swim or take our boat to be safe. And we have a lot of waterways, canals. It's like a road system in water. Very famous and popular in Netherlands.
But
So
it never happened, the flood.
it happened in history and it was very terrible. But we are more skilled to protect ourselves from the sea, from the water. Yeah, we have to, otherwise we die.
You just experienced Hong Kong typhoon. We saw the video, people doing canoeing
Yes, yes, yes.
on the road with cars.
Yes.
Maybe Hong Kong people need this.
To be honest, the typhoon that I experienced, I was expecting a lot of water, and this one was not as bad as they expected. So in the Netherlands, we are used to rain, water, and usually when I travel, I don't bring an umbrella.
Because Western men, they don't like umbrellas.
We are used to getting wet from the rain. It's just one more item to carry around.
You told me an interesting thing, scary thing about your couchsurfing experience.
I was hosting a girl from Hong Kong, and this girl was a little bit creepy. She was staying in the top floor. There's like a guest room. So she was walking downstairs from the top floor to my floor and knocking on my door at 2 a.m. So far, so good. You know, if something is wrong, you need some way to ask for help. So I was like, is something wrong? Is it too hot? Can I help you? My door doesn't have a lock, so she keep knocking and don't say anything. And then suddenly she opened the door. And I say again, something wrong? Can I help you? And I was super tired, by the way. It's not like I'm bright awake. It's like 2 a.m., like you said. And then she was sitting on the bed next to me. And I was like, what the heck is this? I'm super tired and this is just ridiculous. And then I keep asking the same question, like, everything okay? What's the problem? Can I help? And then no response other than sitting on my bed, and then she lay next to me. And I was like, this is bad. This is not good. Because I was totally not into this girl. It's not a couchsurfing thing you should do. And I was tired. Come on. Just if there's something wrong, tell me and let me sleep, please.
And then what happened? You just let her stay there?
Yeah, because I'm too tired and I didn't know how to deal with this girl at that time.
Okay, so she was cuddling you all night.
I guess so, yeah.
Alright. It's good, lady.
No, I don't know. But another thing is, this girl is very unexperienced traveler, not independent. Everything she needs help with. I told her I can only host 3 nights because I had an exam. And the morning we had to leave, she's still packing her stuff for 3 hours. And then I missed my exam that day. And also, she left some stuff in my house. She asked me to ship it back to Hong Kong. And I was like, sure, no problem, you know. If you pay for the shipping, it's you forgot it at my house, and Hong Kong is like on the other side of the world. Super expensive to ship. And I messaged her and then she never replied. No review as well, no reply. Before all of this, actually, she also asked me to pick up something from a hostel she stayed in before. And then I went to the hostel, pick it up and bring it to my house. She also didn't pick that up. And also another host, she told me like he tried to do things. Well, she also tried to do things. I don't really understand what's the problem for her. She left some clothes at her place and he kind of stole it in a way, like underwear. She still had the transportation card for Netherlands from that guy. So I told her, if you want your stuff back, first get your clothes, first get your stuff, and then give the card back. And then she gave the card first, and then the guy ran away with the card, with her clothes. Run after this guy and try to catch him. And
did you get him?
No, he got away. Yeah. That's my worst couchsurfing experience.
It could be a good experience because the girl is coming to you. Yay!
Yeah, no.
Imagine it's the opposite side. You're a girl and then a man climbing in your...
Yeah, it will be a whole different story.
Yeah. It will not be like the girl, okay, I'm too tired, just sleep. No, it never happened.
That wouldn't happen.
And also, Dutch people are famous for being direct.
Yeah.
I'm from Taiwan. When we say things, we try not to hurt people.
Dutch people also, when we are direct, the intention is not to hurt people. It's just to be direct, to be to the point, like save time. Like Asian people, they usually go around and make loops, and it takes a long time to go to the point, and sometimes it's guessing work. But especially in business or work, we want to be direct. We want to solve the problem. We don't want to waste time, and we want to be efficient.
Me too. Hong Kong people as well.
Yeah, some Hong Kong people are direct.
They are very direct. Sometimes for me, it's too direct.
Because Netherlands is a business country. Like, we are known for trading in the history. Like, we have the first stock exchange in the world, so we need to be direct. Like, when we're trading, we want to save time.
No, I'm laughing because you didn't say anything to the Hong Kong girl when she's cuddling you. So it's not that bad.
I was tired. Let's call it that. Yeah.
About work-life balance. So in Hong Kong and Taiwan, a lot of companies that expect the employees to work overtime without getting paid. And then after work, sometimes they have the drink or a meal together, or even on weekends, and they expect you to join in. If you don't join in, they will say, you're not into our group, you don't have the team spirit.
Yeah, so in Netherlands, a lot of people now, they work 3 or 4 days a week. We have the Friday afternoon drinks at work, usually. Yeah, that's very common. But if you don't join, it's also fun. It's not like a strict thing or very pressure. I think work in Asia is very stressful, like overtime, a lot of overtime, unpaid. But in Netherlands, you will get paid, maybe double or like some percentage. But it will, if you say no, you don't want to do it, then usually it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. What's the reaction for the people to overtime work?
I mean, some people are happy about it. It's like double pay, or you can get the holidays, like a day off. So you can collect the day off, or you can get more money. Or you can say, no, I don't want to do this. There's not really a pressure to accept any of the offers because you have your contract. This is the working hours.
In Taiwan, the government tried to set up some laws to protect the employees, but because of the pressure, there are always ways for the owner to force the employees to work more. For example, in some company, the owner asks the staff to check out, and then they keep working.
They keep working, but they don't get paid because they check out. In my previous company where I worked for, they said if you're tired and you want to go home early, you can go home. Like, I'm a software engineer, so I need to be behind the computer and focus. And if you feel tired and your brain is not working, then you cannot really program anymore. So you need to stop. You cannot really do your work efficient, then better go home and then the next day pick it up again. Dutch people will never really abuse this to say, okay, I will go home at 4 when you like need to work until 6. Like, we will take it as like, okay, if I'm really tired, I will use it. Sometimes work more and sometimes work less. So it's like a balance to work more or less. But the goal is to do your task. If you finish your task, usually you can go home.
So very disciplined.
Yeah. And also very free. Like, we as an employee know what is best for us and the company. Like, we finish our project, our task for that day. And if we feel like we're not efficient anymore, then we leave. You will work harder. You will feel more free and you will give back to the company. Like, the company gives you the freedom and you work more efficient. It's like both ways.
There is a vocabulary, a word called Go Dutch. In a lot of countries, including Europe, for example, Balkan countries or some Western European countries I went to, usually on the date, or at least the first date, the guy will pay for the girl. How does it work in Netherlands? Is it really like you always split everything? That's how Go Dutch coming from?
No, actually, Go Dutch, from what I believe, is coming from if you hang out with friends, you order like a lot of things together, then we split equally among the people. Maybe it grow to like dating to split equally, because if you're in a relationship and you live together, you usually have a shared bank account. You just use that bank account to pay for the groceries, to pay for the cost of living together. So it will be kind of like 50-50 for groceries, but I think Go Dutch nowadays is not really that common anymore. I think usually when you date, we'll ask, okay, who will pay this time? And then you can decide, okay, we can do Go Dutch, or this time I pay and then next time you pay. But the goal is about fairness. I think Dutch girls, when you date, if it's expected for the guy to pay, the girl may feel like, oh, but I have a job as well. Why I can't pay? They will feel less valued.
And I also heard a way to do is whoever invite the other person to eat out will pay.
Right. Go Dutch is not the standard, and it really depends on what feels comfortable for the situation and the couple. It's not a golden standard, but yeah, for some reason it's called Go Dutch.
For most of the men or women, can they accept their partner being a sex worker?
In general, if somebody suddenly want to change their job to a sex worker, maybe it's a little bit strange.